Remember that a nation without borders is no nation at all. And we're so thankful that we have a president that understands that and understands that a secure border is important to our country's future.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement reportedly captured 2 illegal immigrants who escaped custody after allegedly choking a female Border Patrol agent. 2 Mexican nationals who escaped ICE custody after assaulting an agent have been captured in Texas. Officials reportedly said that one man slipped his restraints and choked a female Border Patrol agent during a transfer. The pair, identified as Carmen Mendez and Juan Padron Barron, were recaptured on September 23rd. ICE says that both men will face criminal prosecution to the fullest extent of the law. One suspect has reportedly crossed the border illegally at least 3 times and was twice expelled in recent years. The other man, Padron Mendez, was encountered by U.S. immigration authorities for the first time this month. Both were originally arrested in a multi-agency operation targeting violent criminal aliens in Spring, Texas. ICE said the attack highlights the risks faced by officers amid growing hostility toward immigration enforcement. A field office director warned that labeling agents as Nazis or bounty hunters fuels dangerous attacks. The case comes as DHS reported a historic milestone in U.S. President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. Since January 20th, over 2 million migrants have left the U.S. through deportations and voluntary departures. That includes 1.6 million who left on their own and more than 400,000 formally deported by federal authorities. DHS says that it is on track to deport nearly 600,000 people in Trump's first year back in office. The agency says the priority remains removing the worst of the worst offenders from U.S. communities.
As you know, when he campaigned to get elected as President of the United States, he promised the American people that he would secure our border, that he would ensure that the invasion of the illegal criminals that were coming into our country under the Biden administration would be stopped, and that he would do all that he could to restore the safety to our American communities. And he has done exactly that. In fact, today we have the most secure U.S. border that we've ever had in the history of this nation. It's incredible the work that he has done along with the good folks out of CBP and ICE and law enforcement, federal agencies in partnership with states like Texas right here, and also with our local law enforcement that have stepped up and deployed individuals and resources to help us secure this border. Today we're going to be talking about the incredible work that these individuals have done in making sure that we're continuing to construct infrastructure. And when you look at what is behind us as far as the wall that is being built, you see obviously the structure, but also there will be more added to it as far as technology, cameras, sensors that will ensure that it will be secure far into the future, and that will be efficient as well with our resources and our individuals and our agents that are out here on duty day and night making sure that America is safe. Remember that a nation without borders is no nation at all. And we're so thankful that we have a president that understands that and understands that a secure border is important to our country's future. Now, if you look at the structure that's behind me, it's tall, which makes it very, very difficult to climb, almost impossible. It also goes deep into the ground, which would make it very difficult, if not impossible, to dig under. And today, we are also going to be painting it black. That is specifically at the request of the president, who understands that in the hot temperatures down here, when something is painted black, it gets even warmer, and it will make it even harder for people to climb. So we are going to be painting the entire southern border wall black to make sure that we encourage individuals to not come into our country illegally, to not break our federal laws, but that they will abide and come to our country the right way so that they can stay and have the opportunity to become United States citizens and pursue the American dream. Now, we got an incredible amount of resources allocated to us in the big, beautiful bill. And we're so thankful for that because that's going to allow us to continue construction. The construction right now is at the pace of a little bit less than a half a mile a day, and the border wall will look very different based on the topography and the geography of where it is built. Here you see structure. We will have waterborne infrastructure that will be put in place as well, and then that technology will be installed. And we'll utilize that to make sure that we're doing due diligence in securing every single inch of our border. And it's not just our southern border that we are concerned with and putting resources into. It is every border from our maritime seas to also our northern border to make sure that the American citizens can have safety, but also that our laws are enforced. It's specifically going to be on structure that looks like this, that's made out of steel, and it is to protect the infrastructure from wear and tear and erosion that would occur. But also it is because the president specifically recognized that black gets hotter in this weather and in this heat and in this sun, and that when you touch something that's hot during these kinds of temperatures, it's very difficult to climb it, very difficult to cut it, to handle it. And he wants to make it as difficult as possible for individuals who are trying to break our laws. He means what he says, and he follows through on what he says he's going to do. And this was something he spoke to me about after the election that he wanted to do. And when he was sworn in, we immediately got to work on setting up the opportunity that when the structure is built, that it would be painted so it would be protected and that it would be hot.
I just want to thank the administration, the secretary, and Chief Banks for, one, having the will to secure the border in between the ports of entry. We've long known that barriers are key into shaping the operational environment. We're going to continue to build these barriers. And, you know, it's a message, a clear message that says we are removing people from the smuggling cycle. We're not going to put them into that. And we're promoting economic prosperity on the north side. So this area north of us is in the plans as to build and put in shops and schools and houses, and this is going to help secure this area for the betterment of the El Paso community, and we're taking border security serious. I've been through 6 different administrations, and I can tell you I've never felt the support from our leadership than I feel today, and that's under the leadership of our secretary. I'm proud to stand here with her, and I want to thank you for being out here to get our message to the community so that they know why border security is important to national security. In 2023, we had one day where there were 2,300 people apprehended by the U.S. Border Patrol. We are now apprehending, on a 7-day average, about 41 people a day. And you ask, who are those individuals? The majority of them are single adults. The majority are from Mexico, followed by Guatemala and Ecuador. And those individuals are not unlike the 3 years before this, where they were following our Border Patrol agents, tracking them down, and we were stuck preserving life, and we had to take them out and get them out of the area, and no Border Patrol agents were patrolling the border. Unlike that, they are running from us. They're trying to utilize tunnels. They're trying to move left and right of our deployments, and we're apprehending those individuals. Our gotaways are the lowest they've ever been, and we're working with the Department of Justice. We're putting criminal charges. Since 1929, 8 U.S.C. 1325 has been a crime in the United States. We're putting criminal charges on those individuals, applying consequences, and our partners in ICRO are removing those individuals from the United States.